Hey guys, so today I thought I would show you guys some tips and tricks on how to make your dollhouse look cuter, because I just think dollhouses are just so cute and it's so much fun to decorate them. So I thought I would share on how I made a few of the decoration items that you see in my dollhouse and where you can find items similar to the ones that I have. Okay, so the first thing I have is to put plants in your dollhouse. So for this one, these are just a bunch of random fake leaves from a fake plant that wasn't being used anymore. So I just put it in this little container, which is actually the cap of a perfume bottle, I think from Bath & Body Works or something. And it works as a cute little plant and you can use it as a decoration, like right here. For this plant, I actually cut off the stem, like some of the stems from my sister's plant that was from IKEA. And then I put them in this little souvenir cup that I got in Dresden. So that's another tip, is to look for miniature stuff whenever you're traveling, because they always have like cute little souvenirs that are doll sized. This plant was from Introvert Dolls, but it's actually a candle. And I just stuck it in this miniature pot and I think it looks really cute. So this next hanging plant was an idea that I came up with after watching Infinity Dolly's story, inserted here. And I actually have a few clips of me making this. So what I basically did was, the container I think is like, it's like from a restaurant or something, and then I painted it white, and then I got a bunch of green yarn and I painted the front and back of a paper green with watercolor, and I just basically cut out each individual leaf and glued all of them onto the string. So I basically just made enough to cover the pot, and a trick that I learned is to use parchment paper to stop the glue from sticking to whatever surface that you're working on. Tied them up together and then put it in the middle and then let them drape over the side, so it kind of looks like a hanging plant here. I hope that made sense. Another thing I made was this hanging photo thing, and I actually made it for the Orlando meetup that I went to. Basically what I did to make this was I found a stick outside. I used some white yarn and some white thread to tie them all to the stick, and then on the back for each column I tied a string up here and then taped the piece of thread going down vertically, and then for each row I also taped another piece of thread across this way so none of them could get tangled when it was hanging. So like you can shake it around and they will all pretty much stay in the same place. So that's pretty much how I made this hanging photo thing. I printed out all the photos using a printer. So that's why they're in black and white, because my printer was out of ink, but I think it looks pretty cool. And then when you cut around the picture, you just leave more space at the bottom to make it look kind of like a Polaroid than there is at the top. But you can do this with magazines too, and just like cut squares out in magazines and then glue them to a white piece of paper with leaving more space at the bottom than at the top. And that would probably work very well too. It also helps if you put a lot of stuff on the walls. So like back here I have this banner, this little bulletin board, and the hanging pictures. And then postcards work really well as posters, if you can see behind the plant there. And then if you just print out posters, they work out pretty well too, like these 4 posters. These are also postcards that I got while traveling around to different national parks, and they work really well as posters for the dolls. And I actually have another one back there, and that's also another postcard. Another thing is these fake tea light candles. They work as cute candles for the dolls. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys can try out some of the things that I showed you how to make, or keep an eye out for some of the items that I mentioned. Bye!